this moment. We are now a couple seconds away from starting. Thank you. And now we want to invite everyone to please take your seats. We'll be starting right now.
Ay, lo hubieras ayudado.
Ah, ¿y tú? Sí. Ah, que estaba malísimo. ¿No, tú también va?
ahí queríamos estar. Sí, va a volver a tocar en estos días, creo que es este sábado,
Ah,
el
sí,
10.
pues.
Ajá, sí, sí, sí.
Pues aquí yo creo que ya tienen fecha para tocar
Sí,
ahí, no
ajá.
sé, cada no sé cuánto tiempo, cada mes.
Cada mes fijo y una extra si sale.
Es que hay que ver cómo convocamos a la gente, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Igual que todos pueden, que ahorita no pueda, que todo el mundo, ¿verdad?
sí, como tenemos varios meses,
Y como
podemos
también
hacer.
ahí lo que coincidió fue que era como es que era feriado ese fin de
Sí, todo re
semana.
bien.
Entonces un montón de manos de no, pues yo igual yo invité a
Así
todo el
me
mundo.
dijeron que estuvo alegrísimo, me
Y
dijo Alex.
duró bastante más, sí.
Sí, qué
Entonces esto va a
bueno.
leer ya. Va a
No,
leer.
pero bien celebrado.
Sí, pues. ¿Y con quién andas o qué? Sí, andas.
Fíjate que yo vine
¿Te
conmigo
invitaron?
misma, sí, conmigo misma, porque yo soy parte, digamos, ellos son socios de la alianza,
¿De la fundación o...?
la fundación.
Ah, sí, pues.
Miembros de la comunidad internacional,
Members of the
representantes
international
del sector
community,
empresarial,
representatives of the
invitados especiales,
corporate sector,
clientes,
special
proveedores, aliados
guests,
estratégicos,
clients,
representantes de los
suppliers,
medios de
strategic
comunicación y
alliance,
miembros de la
representatives
familia
of our
Progreso.
media outlets,
Bienvenidos a
and
este
members
evento
of
que
the
sin duda
Progreso
nos brindará
family.
una mirada
Welcome to
clara a
this
la
event that's
sostenibilidad. Mi
bringing
nombre
a
es Rocío
clear
Lazo y
look
será para
at
mí un verdadero
sustainability.
gusto y
My
honor
name is
poder
Rocío Lazo,
acompañarles
and
y
I'll
ser
be
su guía a lo
honored
largo de
to
la
join
presentación
you
del
and
reporte
guide
de
you
sostenibilidad de
through
Cementos
the
Progreso en su
presentation
quinta
of the
edición.
sustainability
Este
report
evento
of
forma
Cementos
parte de la
Progreso in its
materialización
fifth
de
edition.
avances en la
This is part of
estrategia de
the
sostenibilidad
advances
de
of the
Cementos Progreso y su
sustainability
esfuerzo de
strategy.
transparencia y rendición de
Cementos
cuentas,
Progreso
pero
has
sobre
made a
todo
great
un
effort
espacio para
in
que todos ustedes
transparency
puedan
and
compartir con
accountability,
nosotros
but this is
su
also a space for
retroalimentación
you
respecto a
to
las
share your
diferentes
feedback on
informaciones,
different
resultados y estrategias que
information,
hoy estaremos
pieces of
compartiendo con
information,
ustedes. Su
strategies, and
seguridad para
outcomes that
nosotros
we'll
es
be
de
sharing
vital
with you today.
importancia, por lo que
Your
quiero invitar en
safety
este
for us
momento al
is
invitado de
greatly
seguridad
important.
a subir
So
al escenario
I
para que
would
nos brinde la
like to
información
invite
que sin duda alguna será fundamental para iniciar
our
este evento
safety
de la
expert
mejor manera.
before we
Bienvenidos.
start this event in the best way possible.
Bienvenidos.
Good morning.
Para Progreso
Be
es muy
welcome.
importante
For
que cada uno de
Progreso, it
ustedes
is
pueda
really
regresar a
important
sus
that
hogares en
each
las
one of
mismas
you
condiciones como se
can
están
go
presentando
back
en sus
home in the
instalaciones o
same
aeropuertos.
conditions you
En
came
ese
to
sentido, si
these
alguien necesita alguna
facilities.
bebida, les pueden
If
encontrar
you
del
need
lado de
something
atrás de
to drink,
ustedes.
you can
Si
find
alguien está
beverages
buscando
in the
servicios
back.
sanitarios,
If
los
someone
pueden
needs to
encontrar
use the
aquí en el
toilets, you
escenario.
can find them
Y les
next to
pedimos
the
por favor, por
stage.
cualquier situación
And
de temblor,
in
terremoto,
case of
algún
any
incendio
earthquake,
o algún simulacro que en la empresa vaya a
fire, or
hacer vueltas, por
any
favor, guarden un poco de
simulation,
calma.
please remain
Sigan las
calm.
instrucciones de la señal de
Follow
emergencia.
instructions.
Contamos con un plan de respuesta
We
ante
have
emergencia.
a
Y
response,
si
emergency
fuera
response
la
plan,
necesidad de evacuar
and if
esta
necessary,
instalación, lo haríamos a
if we
Ciudad
may
Verde,
need to
de frente al
evacuate these
edificio
facilities,
blanco que encuentran
we
por allá.
will have to
Y luego nos dirigiríamos
take the route
hacia
towards
el
the
estacionamiento.
white
Que
building,
tengan muy buen
and
día y
then
bienvenidos.
we'll move towards the parking lot. And now, after we hearing all of these safety recommendations, we can now officially start this very important and expected event. Now I want to invite Stephanie Melville, recently appointed as president of the board of directors of Progreso. She'll be sharing with us how important this sustainability report is. Big round of applause for her. Thanks. Good morning, everyone, dear members of the international community, representatives of the corporate sector, media outlets, clients, suppliers, special guests, and members of the Progreso family that are joining us through the virtual presentation. Good morning to you. I would like to especially greet all of our employees throughout Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. Each one of you working from your own countries is a fundamental piece of member of this
Your
family.
contributions are invaluable and deeply appreciated. Gracias por compartir con
Thank you for
nosotros esta
sharing with
mañana
us
en la que
this morning,
presentamos nuestro
in
reporte
which
de
we'll be presenting
sostenibilidad
our sustainability
2023.
report for the year
Este
2023.
reporte
This report is a product of our continuous commitment. It has involved 5 years of measuring evaluation of our achievements and accountability. Besides being a valuable learning and transparency process, it is a great honor to present to you our outcomes or results in these times that are being marked by important national and international events, that makes our work even more difficult and a passion for us. And throughout these 5 years, we have shown a great capability of adapting to the context and also remaining faithful to our values and principles. We're not a static company. In the Progreso DNA, we are in constant search of improvement, and this was instituted by our founder, Carlos F. Novella. He remains alive in our daily actions. This spirit drives us forward towards finding new solutions and adapting to changes in our environment. This morning, besides presenting our sustainability report, we'll, we're going to see a technological hit that will mark before and after in the history of our company, reaffirming our commitment to innovation, transparency, and sustainability. Our sustainability report for 2023, titled "We Grew to Create Value," responds to our motivation to walk towards the correct direction according to our sustainability strategy. By doing this, we are convinced that we are contributing to the development of our societies, and we are aiming at our transcendent purpose of building together the country where we want to live. We're happy to have your presence and to be able to share our results with you from the work we do at Cementos Progreso Holdings. I invite you to deep dive in the contents of this report in our website, progreso.com, and to share your comments and feedback. Your feedback will not only be welcome, but it will be appreciated. It will help us continue generating progress in everything we do. Welcome to this launch. Thank you very much. I want to thank Stephanie for sharing that inspiring message with us. Of course, her words are motivate us to continue the legacy of Carlos F. Novella and continue ensuring a promising future for next generations. As she said in her speech, we'll be seeing a before and after, because this event was prepared with so much love for each one of you, so that you live this very special moment that is a very important milestone for Cementos Progreso. So I want to ask you, are you ready to have this experience? Great, I really like to hear you with this mood. We want to share this moment with you for a long time ago. So now we are going to see the
Nuestros objetivos, planes y metas construyen el camino hacia nuestros sueños. Cuando nuestra esencia es clara, la transparencia, la ética, el liderazgo y la solidaridad nos definen y guían.
And guide each one of our actions. And our actions are clear. We're reflecting our commitment to common wellness, and we create true value for everyone. When the determination for a better future is clear, sustainability becomes the core of our existence. It's the heart beating of each and every action we do. So today, more than ever, we have a clear mission to generate progress in everything we do, so that we continue constructing together the country where we want to live. When the determination for a better future is clear, sustainability becomes the heart of our existence. And That's the heart beating to each and every action we do. I want to keep this message in my heart. Now, let's give a big round of applause to Clara, the new sustainability ambassador. Hello, everyone. My name is Clara. I'm the new sustainability ambassador for Cementos Progreso. I'm really excited to be with you today. For us, sustainability and transparency, along with the innovation and our values, are the guide to each and every action we do. That's why I'm with results and search for innovative and transparent solutions to share advances, commitment, and impact we have in sustainability. New technologies, of course, with the right environment and people. I recently came to Cementos Progreso, but I feel like I've been a member of this family for so long. There was no better time to introduce me than today during the presentation of our sustainability report. As my name and this event have clearly said it, this is a clear look at sustainability. Throughout 2023, we faced so many challenges, but we were able to confirm our resilience. This is a reflection of how much we grew throughout the year, not only in economical terms, but also in the four pillars of our strategy: employer of choice, supplier of choice, sustainability leader, and responsible citizen. Then we'll have an opportunity to share this personally, but now I want to invite you to provide your feedback to our sustainability and the activities we have prepared for you that will lead us towards the construction of a country where we all want to live. Let's reaffirm that we want a sustainable future and that will continue generating progress in everything we do. Thank you. Big round of applause to Clara and welcome. Now I want to tell you that Clara is now a very important part of our organization. She was created with AI. She has so much valuable information about the sustainability report of Cementos Progreso in its fifth edition. I want to encourage you to interact with her, take pictures with her, and share through your social media this very important moment for Cementos Progreso in the presentation of its sustainability report in its fifth edition. Let me remind you that throughout time, Cementos Progreso has achieved excellent results through ethical actions, innovative and responsible actions, but above all, with a clear look at sustainability. Now, I want to present the results of the sustainability report given by Cementos Progreso for the year 2023. With a solid trajectory, Cementos Progreso has grown and evolved since its foundation in 1899 by Carlos F. Novella in Guatemala. What started like as a dream has now become a regional company leader in cement, materials, and solutions for construction, present in 7 countries and 11 markets in Latin America. The Progreso DNA is based in the values of solidarity, ethical behavior, genuine leadership, and commitment to sustainability. These principles are the guidelines for each corporate decision. Our commitment to sustainability derived from the Quebec Code of Conduct is fundamental to our corporate strategy. We're working to generate economic, social, and environmental value in each country we operate. We use metrics aligned with international standards to measure our performance and ensure transparency in all of our processes. But performance is not limited to numbers. Results are achieved by having a clear vision of how each employee must act. Throughout 2023, Cementos Progreso was recognized for the 10th year by the Edisphere Institute because of its unwavering commitment to the corporate sustainability. We also received an award by for our occupational health and safety. Sustainability is not only a goal, it's a vision we have instituted by our founder. Our sustainability strategy is based on four main pillars that lead us towards a positive impact that transcends generations. We are working to become the supplier of choice. We have become the first choice for construction by combining sustainable innovation and culture, exceptional service culture. We have developed the CID and a corporate accel. Just give us a moment before we start this activity. We have a discussion panel with the leaders of the Progreso family. They will be presenting all the details about all initiatives throughout all stages. We have seen that Progreso has impacted lives in unimaginable, unfathomable ways, covering economics, social, and environmental aspects of life. We are considering several pillars to be able to generate, to make a positive impact, not only in our country, but in all those countries where Cemento Progreso has presence. Media outlets can share several stories, even stories of families who have given their testimony of the positive impact made by Cementos Progreso through its initiatives. Sustainability is a very important pillar for this company. This is the fifth edition of Cementos Progreso presenting the sustainability report. As you heard in the video, these are extraordinary results. We have achieved great results in short time. Now the Progreso Communications team made it possible for Clara to be with us today and present all of the aspects about the sustainability report given by Cementos Progreso. So again, thank you so much for your presence. Production, are we ready now? We are now starting our discussion panel. Its foundation in 1899 by Mr. Carlos F. Novella. What started as a dream has now become a regional corporation leader in cement and solutions for construction, present in 7 countries and 11 markets throughout Latin America. Progreso DNA is based in the values of solidarity, ethical behavior, genuine leadership, and commitment to sustainability of the company. These principles guide all of our actions and corporate decisions. Our commitment to sustainability derives from the ethical and conduct code of conduct is a great part of our corporate strategy. We are generating economic, social, and environmental values in each of the countries we operate. We use metrics aligned with international standards to measure our performance and ensure transparency in all our processes. But performance is not limited to numbers. Results are also achieved by having a clear vision of how each one of the employees must act. Throughout 2023, Cementos Progreso was recognized for the 10th year by the Hemisphere Institute for its unwavering commitment to corporate integrity. We also received the certification by the Safety Council for our commitment to occupational safety and health. It's being instilled by our founder. Our sustainability strategy is based on 4 fundamental pillars that are the framework that will transcend generations. We work to become the supplier of choice to our clients. We want to become the first option in construction by combining sustainable practices, innovation, and an exceptional service culture. We instill innovation through the Research and Development Institute and the Progreso X Accelerator by providing disruptive solutions to efficiency and sustainability. Our Commercial trade is done through Central Online, a platform that improves client experience. Digital trade grew 84.4% in 2023. Client satisfaction is fundamental to us. We use two indicators to measure satisfaction: the client satisfaction index and the MVPS. And we also want to continue being a favorite employer by offering safe work environments that promotes the personal development of our employees. And female participation reached 21.3%. A key point was the implementation of the ISO 97-2006 with cement, sacks, aggregates, and energy. Cementos Progreso was added to the certification. We implemented a platform to measure the satisfaction and well-being of our employees. The professional growth of our employees is also important to us, and that's why we provide continuous training to them. We are committed to becoming an environmental leader, and that's why we carry responsibility beyond conventional limits in all of our activities. Since 2016, we have carried out audits through our environmental management system. In 2023, we developed 140 audits in Guatemala and 14 audits between Belize, Costa Rica, and Panama. To this date, we evaluated more than 1,000 waste tons, equivalent to avoiding the discharge of more than 143 million tons being discharged in the rivers. As responsible citizens, we build genuine relationships and establish alliances that would allow us to contribute to the sustainable development in the communities we work. In Panama, we have a supply chain, and we have created more than 1,000 positions in our cement production plants. This represents a growth of 8%. In 2023, the Carlos F. Novella Foundation achieved a significant impact by benefiting more than 1,443,060 persons through municipal financing. We made a community impact of 170,000 people in 2023. For Cementos Progreso, sustainability is not only a tool, it's a shared journey. That's why today, more than ever, we have a clear determination. We want to generate progress in everything we do, to continue building together the country where we want to live. Big round of applause for these results. So many countries, so many markets that have been positively impacted by sustainability. The culture that is the main characteristic of Cementos Progreso that has allowed it to remain the leader in this region for so long. We are going to get information about the initiative actions that are being implemented through the 4 sustainability pillars. That's why I want to invite Leslie Melville, the employer of choice, then Gustavo Pineda, Juan Ramon Aguilar, manager of environmental leadership, and responsible citizen. And also, I want to welcome Jose Raúl González, CEO of Progreso. He will be moderating this forum. So a big round of applause for all of them. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this forum. I hope we won't have any technical issues because we are now in the human old school. I would like to start by thanking leaders of each one of the pillars for the work you've done for during this time. You are the ones who have taken care of our sacred work in the four pillars. I would like to start with the most important pillar. So, Leslie, you're in charge of the employer of choice pillar. How does Progreso become the employer of choice? Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you for this space and thank you for the question and also for making me go first. Well, as we heard, the employer of choice is a pillar that seeks to create environments where mainly the law integrity of all employees are respected to improve also the quality of lives. Everything we do in Cementos Progreso has a reason, and that the reason for that is based in our culture, a culture that we have experienced since the very beginning of our work. These foundations are called the DNA of Progreso. They are made up by our ethical code and code of conduct and our leadership agenda. And these elements are the ones that work as a framework on how we should behave and the behaviors we expect every employee to have within the organization. We have four values. We have the ethical behavior, the genuine leadership, solidarity, and commitment to sustainability of the company. And it's also part, and it's the first pillar of our leadership agenda. In our leadership agenda, we have 6 areas. First is the service area. This seeks for us to become the supplier of choice, not only to our external clients, but mainly our internal clients. That means our employees, our collaborators. Then we have a second area, which is the commitment to results that seeks to ensure that each employee has goals that they want to achieve and also are aligned to the strategy of the business. And that's how we ensure the sustainability of organizations. Then we have the well being area. That's my favorite. Here we seek to offer good quality of life to our employees by taking care of their comprehensive well being. Then we have development. Here we seek for our employees to have leadership competencies, not only for them to be able to perform their tasks, but also to be ready to face future challenges. And then we have the communications area where we want to promote tools for employees to be able to do their daily tasks and also the recognition. It's important to recognize actions we want to see happening constantly. I would say we have solid foundations in our culture that lead us to take care of our employees, and that is the reason why Cemento Progreso does the things it does so well. Thank you, Leslie. Gustavo, you are in charge of the supplier of choice, the favorite supplier. We added the favorite word because we wanted to gain the favor of our clients. Tell us how have we achieved to become that favorite supplier? Well, thank you, Jose. Good morning. It's a great honor for me to be here today. I'm especially thinking that we are being viewed in all the countries we operate, sales force, sellers in each one of those countries. They are the ones who work every day, make efforts to gain, as Jose Raul have said, to gain the favor of our clients. I really liked what Leslie said a moment ago. She said that more than a strategy is it's the way we live through our culture. As you may know well, we are collaborating in many more countries, in 7 countries. And recently it has been announced, as it was recently announced, culture is the foundation to everything. We have gone out to our sellers in El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, and we had seen very well handled operations by excellent professionals. But when we started visiting those sellers, sellers were shocked, and sellers also felt surprised that there were so many people coming to the market. We Something was different at that moment. It was the human sense of Cementos Progreso, the human sense that all of the employees of Cementos Progreso, and that fortunately, when we started today in all the countries, you can feel that. We have felt that in Guatemala in 125 years. Culture is our foundation. When we have that foundation, then we establish methodologies. We have special methodologies that you won't find in any other companies. We need to know how much of the market are we covering, how frequently we do it, and how deeply we do it. That methodology has been implemented in all of the countries. Today, El Salvador is the country that implements it the most after Guatemala. They are doing a great work, and we are starting to implement this methodology in the rest of countries. After methodology, we have tools, technological, technical tools. In the last weeks, we have been working in implementation of an improvement of the management systems for the sales force. We want to collect information from our clients. And I want to finish by saying that Guatemala, more than 84% of orders come through Sempro Online. That has allowed us to operate fluently during the pandemics or when we are facing other situations that have not allowed us to reach our clients directly. But we have been able to operate fluently in a short term, and that also will be implemented in the rest of countries. So, culture is the foundation to everyone, to everything. We have a very strong culture in Guatemala, and it has to be also instilled in the other countries. We also have methodologies and tools to do all this great work. Thank you. Juan Ramon. Juan Ramon is our leader for the environmental leader pillar. So he's leader twice. So could you please share with us what are the main initiatives that have allowed us to keep that leadership in the region? Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time to be here with us. Your presence is really important to us. Well, let me tell you that before identifying those projects, we started working on the foundation by creating a multidisciplinary team that will allow us to create policies and environmental guidelines homogeneously established environmentally in all the regions we operate. Additionally, we generated an environmental management system that allows us to administer all of our projects and initiatives. So all the information we have coming from all the operations we run. With this foundation, we were able to identify the main pillars in the region. And the first is water, second is the waste management, and third is deforestation. That means taking care of forests. We have seen those are the main challenges we have identified because we do not live in a bubble. We are dependent on all of these environmental resources. So it's fundamental to create improvements in these areas. In terms of water, we have carried out specific studies in the basins that will allow us to know how much water is running. We have more than 265,000 liters of water that can be used without bringing risk to communities. Another important project is initiatives in research and development for sustainable and easy to apply solutions. A marvelous solution for the municipality, and it's at the disposal of everyone, and I hope it can be replicated. It's a sustainable model that can be replicated, and all the know-how and studies that we have carried out is. Then we have forests. We have been able to sow more than 30 million trees, and we want to integrate these initiatives to bring more sustainability. It's not only relevant to just plant a tree, but we want to create a system that will be useful for other regions. We have reached relevant numbers that are not only useful, helpful for us, but that will help us make decisions. Last year, we were able to do more than 1,000 monitoring audits that has provided us with a very important information that are helpful for us to make decisions. If you want to know more about our activities, you can see our stands around this room. There you will be shown all the techniques used in the agroforest when it comes to environmental management. Willie, your responsibility is, well, your responsible citizen is our four sustainability pillar. What does being a responsible citizen mean for Cementos Progreso? Well, good morning. First, I would like to explain what is the concept of sustainability we use at Cementos Progreso, because that's the foundation to everything. The concept is we want to generate shared value, long-term value for the company and its interest targets. I would like to mention three important concepts. First is to create. This is very important. It's not only an aspiration. We wanted to make it possible. Carlos F. Novara always talked about the power of dreams. And the slogan of Cementos Progreso is we share dreams, but we build realities. Dreams are very important. He said that dreams were the leaders of creation. So that's the first part. We want to create value, generate value. And second part is that we want to make these values shared. We want to share these values because if some we want to bring sustainability not only to us but our interest audience. We are really grateful to have representatives from all of our interest sectors because we are all part of this company. If we share this value among us, we'll be creating more sustainability. If, as a matter of fact, in a sustainability report, you'll find a metric, a measure on how the economic revenue has grown, how that value perceived by everyone was shared. And now the long term. That's really important because we are a company that's more than 124 years old. But if you have a long-term vision, then you'll be able to take the commitment of responsibility. We're not bringing a benefit that will put a future at risk. We are taking the commitment for the next generation, not only the next quarter of this year. That will automatically make everyone become responsible for everything in Cementos Progreso. A responsible citizen is responsible in responsible operations. We want to generate value, but also we want to make sure that our operations are making the least impact, the least disturbance to our neighbors. And then we want to create strategic management because that will help us establish alliances. Every challenge we're facing in the country and communities are not going to be sorted out by themselves. We need to build alliances. We want to help everyone as society to work together towards the development everyone aspires to. So a responsible citizen will work in alliance for the future. Thank you so much, Willie. Now, Gustavo, again. It seems that innovation doesn't play a relevant role in the supplier of choice pillar. tell us what's your opinion about the innovation in your sustainability pillar. Well, the most important thing is to have clarity on what innovation is. We tend to think that innovation is we sell vanilla cookies and now we're implementing chocolate cookies. But innovation doesn't necessarily happen only in products. Of course, we incorporate innovation to our products. I was shocked to find out that when I saw a piece of communication when in the first it was the first time I was able to see the whole portfolio we have. Cements, high resistance cements, special cements for the fabrication of manufacturing of blocks, water resistant cements, generally used cements. So we have the most robust portfolio in cements in all the countries we operate, and we are constantly trying to find ways to make our cement more useful. And besides of that, we have a very robust portfolio in limestone and aggregates as well. It's an industry that's been growing a lot throughout Central America. We are more focused in how fast we can do the finishings of a house with high quality products. We have a production plant in Guatemala and where we manufacture our products. We have a very robust portfolio. And that's why we need to innovate in products, but also to innovate in the way we do things and to innovate in the business models. We always like to talk about a business model that would undoubtedly touch base in all four pillars. It's called Let's Build. We recently named it like that. We used to call it a platform. Through Construyamos or Let's Build, on the right, you'll see that through that platform, we have been able to develop more than 50,000 construction solutions in the last 6 years. I believe we should share this news more. This is something we are not sharing that much. However, we could be considered a very large constructor in Guatemala. But what's happening? We are not competing against constructors because they are our clients. Rather, we are trying to find ways to generate demand for our clients. We want to leverage on the banking system. So for a person who has the need to build a house, I've been also a client to Construyamos. If you want to build a house or do refurnishment, remodelation of your house, they will come to Construyamos. Then they will find an advisor that will help them find builders, materials, financing methods through the banking system. Something that's also important about Construyamos is that we generated more than 200 employment in a national level, and that has helped us with Construyamos sales advisors. We hear amazing stories coming from them. So we want to make sure we incorporate innovation in our products, but also bring innovation to the ways we do things. Juan Ramon, in the video, it was mentioned the environmental management system was mentioned in the video. What's that system? Can you explain? Well, the SEGA is an environmental management system designed for every business unit around the world. It can be used in Guatemala or everywhere it may be needed. It basically systematizes all the information that comes through it. When you start a project, the first thing you should do in the case of Guatemala is an environmental impact study. Then after this, we get an approval resolution and then a number of commitments that we need to comply. Imagine the number of commitments that have to be stored and systematized in the system. Currently, we have more than 206 environmental instruments, more than 25,000 commitments that are being stored there. What the system does is it stores and generates alerts, indicators around this information. It helps us know where do we have to make adjustments. It has revolutionized the impact we have made. We are continuously seeking for improvement. Also, there is a follow-up and control system that promotes constant audits to guarantee the legal compliance of our operations. Then we have a series of indicators that allow us to manage information. I believe this is really very crucial in different areas. When you start to understand that emissions represent only 0.1%, the, the story changes representatively. When how do we change that 0.1%? That's what makes our conversation interesting. How much are we returning? So far, we have been able to manage more than 1,400 tons of waste from the Motagua River. We have been handling all of these materials. These indicators are also stored in that system, and it allows us to know what opportunities are there for us in the future. This system is not only used in the environmental department, but in all business units of Progreso. Operations are responsible for that. They handle the budget and direct responsibilities assigned to it. Very interesting to know that, Norma. Willie, you talked about creating economic, social, and environmental value. How is that managed in Progreso? Well, first, I would like to introduce the concept of materiality. That is something you will find in the sustainability report. As you were able to see, we are breaking RGA standards. We are now compelled to comply with European standards that is leading us to identify what are the most important issues for our stakeholders and the company. We need to take care of both, the ones that are important to all of our stakeholders and the ones that are important to us. We have opportunities to build alliances for both. What we do is we do a consultation process. You will be invited to share your feedback on the report at the end of this presentation, and that's how we get to identify the prioritized issues. One is trust building. That's really crucial because it will help us to establish transparent dialogue processes. Part of that is the report we are presenting today, and then we have housing and infrastructure. That's one of the main reasons for our industry. As Gustavo mentioned, it contributes a lot to housing. But at the level of communities, one of the main challenges is the substitution of dirt floors by concrete floors. It allows us to create healthier environments. That area is getting adapted to the needs. And in Guatemala, that's one of the biggest challenges we have faced. Our actions are oriented to for us to be contributing to our capacities. That's why we make donations in construction materials. That's part of what we know how to do so well. And then we have the prosperous communities. I would like to invite you. We have a coffee cooperative from San Juan, Zacatepeques. Please test that coffee and also the flower cooperative. That's only a sample of how we want to create a dependence relationship with communities, but also to empower them, to make them managers of their own development and income. You can go there to those cooperatives and ask them to share their stories on how we have worked together. And then for the responsible citizen pillar, another important aspect is the respect of human rights. The way we respect human rights throughout all of our operations and throughout the supply chain. And that's why we seek to have a responsible supply chain. It's not only about our work, but also it implies the way we get involvement of our employees and clients. That's part of having a responsible supply chain. So we are ending this forum the way we started it, with the most important pillar of Progreso, the well-being or employer of choice. Which one do you pick? Well, that's a very difficult choice. I think the well-being pillar is the one we appreciate the most. In the well-being pillar, as I said before, we seek to ensure the comprehensive well-being of people. We do not only focus on one only aspect of a person, but we take care of safety, because the way we started this event with our safety minute, that's how we intend for our employees to get back at their homes in the best conditions possible. And for that, we are implementing initiatives such as the onboarding processes. We provide them with PPE related to the tasks they'll be performing. Also, we provide them with constant training for them to be able to identify, understand, and report any unsafe condition. We also promote an open feedback environment when we identify any unsafe event, because that's the responsibility of each one of us to take care of each other. We have um, a tool that allows us to detect certain human behaviors that could put us at risk, such as fatigue, for example. How can we identify fatigue and 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 tackle it? And also for all employees to do a tour in our operation so that they can develop their skills and be able to identify unsafe actions. We have internal campaigns where we are all the time always promoting the slogan, "There's someone waiting for you at home." We want to promote the taking care of ourselves, and not only for our employees but for those who are waiting for them at their homes. We also are focused in health. We have medical services, nutrition services, dental services, vaccination services. We take care of the physical, mental aspects. We have a program called Get Connected for all of those who would like to get emotional support. They have access to a psychologist. We have a very beautiful program that we developed along with this area. We have our social program through which we seek to improve the quality of life of all of our employees. And not only because we want to provide them a house, but also finances for them to be able to bring the best nutrition and health to their families. So far, more than 1,097 families have been benefited by this program. This is a very beautiful program because it is aligned to our solidarity value. We are helping our employees through the donations given by the Progreso family, and also donations in construction materials. We provide them with the house, drinkable water, wood saving stoves for them to breathe healthy. And also we have special stoves where smoke comes out of the house and improves immediately their health. Also, we provide them with concrete floors. We improve certain aspects of their houses. And and lastly, we want to build a house from scratch for them. We have many beautiful programs. There are so many. I can tell you how many there are, but we work that always as a family. And you can see that we are in good hands because of the love and enthusiasm shown by Leslie and the way she answered the question. Thank you, colleagues, for being the guardians of these four sustainability pillars. We know now that we are in excellent hands. Thank you so much for your cooperation. And now we'll continue with the rest of our program for today. We now want to thank Leslie, Gustavo, Juan Ramon, Guillermo, and Jose Raul for presenting different practices and initiatives that have been implemented throughout time and that have undoubtedly launched extraordinary outcomes that are being presented today in the Sustainability Report, 5th edition. This report symbolizes the commitment maintained by Cementos Progreso to generate values in the social, environmental, and economic aspects. Everyone gave very valuable information, but I really like Guillermo's message. We're talking about a company that's 124 years old. When we talk about a long term vision, we cannot only think about the next quarter, but we need to think about the next generation. There is so much to come, more innovation, more initiatives, more actions on sustainability. But above all, more countries, families, and lives that will be positively impacted. So, to close this important event, I now want to leave the floor to Jose Ramon Gonzalez, CEO of Progreso. I invite you again to come to the stage. As Leslie said, why are we here? She said that. I don't know why you're here, but thank you so much for giving us your time. I'm here to close this event um, on transparency and accountability of Progreso in our sustainability report for the last year, 2023. In the first place, we have presented the four pillars, but it's important to recognize the team that collected and worked so much for the creation of this report. Willie's team and communications team, and also our great employee, Jose Scotto, who put all the information in only one report that we can now share to our targeted audience. Our report is titled We Grew to Create Value. And yes, in the last years, we have grown to bring Progreso to 7 countries in the region. And thanks to that, last Monday, we were able to extend our family, Progreso family to our 8th country, the Dominican Republic, where we are now incorporating more than 500 members to our family. And the question is why? Why did we grow? And Willie gave us the answer to create value. A value supported by the economic value given by the financial long-term sustainability, social value that allows us to operate in the countries we are working in, and the environmental value that will bring peace to our conscience because now our children will have a being life in the future. This was instilled by Mr. Carlos Novella. He was a visionary. He was a corporate visionary because he brought the idea of a product that was not known in Guatemala. It was the third cement production plant in the American continent. He brought a concept that was not known at the time of taking care of employees and their families. And also, he had a great vision in the environmental aspect. This wonderful place we are today where everything started for us in the Progreso family, was his creation. We do not work in buildings. We work in houses where Mr. Carlos's family lived. This forest and one at the end of the Finca La Pedrera was created thanks to the vision of Mr. Carlos. In the 30s, when he was seeing the market plummeting, he encouraged employees to plant trees instead of firing them. And that's how he made the El Tablón forest that remains being the main lung for this area. We are in a place created by a visionary, and now we carry this great responsibility of giving continuity to his legacy and incorporate it to the DNA of Progreso employees to create economic, social, and environmental value. In the report for the year 2023, we wanted to bring innovation. In the era of AI, we know that taking a sustainability report and read each and every page, look at all of that information may not be the best way to present that report. And that's why we are now, Clara is joining Progreso Families to become the spokeswoman of this virtual sustainability. Clara has been fed and trained with all the information. Just be patient with her because she has a lot to think before answering your question. But eventually, she will find the right answer in our sustainability report, so you can use it as an innovative tool to answer your questions and ensure the transparency in everything we do and make your consultations easier. You'll be able to find Clara in the back. Later on, you can ask your questions and experience your interactions with this new AI tool that is just recently being introduced to us, but it has been developed to improve our efficiency. Clara will also receive not only your questions but your feedback as well. When we have a clear vision, our objectives, plans, and goals pave the way towards our dreams. So, with that spirit, instilled by our founder, the DNA we inherited from Mr. Carlos, and in the framework of our sustainability strategy, we seek to be accountable to our interests, our target, because we want to remain being your employers of choice, favorite suppliers, environmental leaders, and responsible citizens inspired by Mr. Carlos. Everywhere we want to carry out this commitment, the commitment to grow, to create value. You are a very important part of this because you represent at least one of our interest groups, and we value your feedback so much. We will be sharing a QR code. There's a colleague who will be sharing that QR code so that you can provide your feedback in a more interactive way. Ask any question, and they'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So this morning, we have reaffirmed our commitments to maintain the creation of value for all societies and groups of interest for 124 more years. Now we invite you to participate in the rest of our activities. We reiterate our commitment to bring progress to everything we do so that we build together the country where we all want to live. Have a great morning. Thank you, Jose Raul Gonzalez, for closing this event in the best way possible, for allowing us to do a tour throughout history and remind us of the great legacy of Mr. Carlos F. Novella. We at Cementos Progreso keep his legacy with great pride, with a clear vision, and also by creating value. An important part of this event is to receive your feedback around your feedback about the results that were presented today. Please use your phones to scan the QR that will be shared on the screen. We'll give you a couple minutes to answer the survey. Your participation will be greatly appreciated by us. Thank you. Again for your time and your company. A big round of applause for Clara again. Thank you. She is now an important member of our organization. As I said before, she has all the details about the sustainability report. So again, we invite you to interact with her, take pictures with her, ask her any question, and also you're invited to visit our stands. As Jose Raul said, we have a team, a family, more than happy to answer any of your questions about initiatives. To my outlet media colleagues, I invite you to come to go to the green stand. It's just right there in front of you. Will be taken an official picture. For that picture, I would like to ask Jose Raúl González, Stephanie Melville, Leslie Melville, Gustavo Rivera, Juan Ramón Aguilar, and Guillermo Monroy to come to the stage to have our picture taken. Be reminded again that our PR team will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much for joining us in the presentation of the sustainability report of Cementos Progreso. Have a great day.